Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel and today's vlog. It's so hot right now, which is really funny because I'm literally in a sweatshirt and leggings right now. When I wake up, I am so cold, so I typically put on leggings and a sweatshirt, but I have just been sitting here working on the podcast. I just did the final watch through of the episode and it is currently uploading right now. I have been working on this new design. It's going to be a bag design. I'm not going to talk a lot about the details of it just because I did just talk about this in the podcast that is currently uploading right now. So if you want to know more about this, I will have the episode linked down below, but I'm just working on this. It is all single crochet, so it's great that it's a really simple, mindless project, but it is kind of boring. So my little tip when you're working on a project that you need something to motivate you to work on it is I like using progress keepers to keep track of my progress each day. I like to use progress keepers a lot just for other projects as well, but I especially like using them for a project like this where it's just really motivating for me to see my progress. So this is what I've gotten done in about, 20 or so minutes, 20-30 minutes. It really doesn't look like a lot, but it is quite a bit of crocheting in my opinion, and I feel like it's a little bit slower going just because I'm holding two strands together and I'm using a 4mm crochet hook. So this is what I have been working on, and of course I have my coffee. I have a tutorial in one of my vlogs from several months ago, as well as on my Instagram and TikTok. I just filmed a tutorial on how I like to make my shaken espresso without an espresso machine because I cannot afford that right now. That is something I eventually hope to get in the future, but right now we're just enjoying making our iced lattes really cheaply without an espresso machine. I've been sitting here working at my desk. I spent a good part of the last few hours working on the Eloise belt bag pattern. Let me actually go grab the Eloise belt bag. Okay, this is what she looks like in all of her glory. It is a crossbody belt bag situation. Literally so beautiful. I'm obsessed with this bag so much. This pattern was pretty easy to design. I know I had a few hiccups in the beginning with designing it and trying to figure out how I wanted to do things, but it was a pretty quick pattern to design overall. But the writing of the pattern has taken so long. For reference, garments always take the longest when it comes to writing a pattern, just with all of the grading and sizes and just components and assembly. That always takes the longest. I'm pretty sure this sweet little bag has been the longest, most tedious process of writing a pattern. Pretty sure the PDF is almost 30 pages, which don't let that number intimidate you. A lot of it is just photo because I wanted to make sure the assembly of this was as seamless as possible. So there are so many photos. So getting those photos, taking them, putting them in. Okay, sorry about that. I just ran out of storage on this SD card, so I quickly deleted some videos because I'm honestly really bad about deleting video clips on my SD card. So trying to think where I was, what I was saying with this. For such a sweet little pattern, it was a beast of a pattern to write. I finally finished up writing the pattern, getting all the photos in, writing all of the instructions last week, and then I took the weekend off from looking at it just because A, I was really busy, B, I needed a few days of not looking at the pattern so that I could look at it today with fresh eyes, make edits, changes, catch as many mistakes as I can. So happy to finally have that done. Typically towards the end of writing a pattern, when there's different parts of the pattern that I need to edit and my brain is just all over the place with everything left that I need to do for the pattern, I like to make a physical checklist on a notepad separate from my daily to-do list planner. I don't know why, I just like doing this, and I like to write out all of the things that I have to do left for it. So there were different components of the pattern that I still had to finish up. So I went ahead and wrote all those down, and it's just really satisfying just seeing things get closer and closer to being done with this pattern. So yes, I actually have proof pattern, which I did edit and proof the pattern today. So I get to check that off right now. So that's super exciting, feeling very accomplished. And now right now I just have tester application, which I do have that already done as well. Actually, it's going to be open through the rest of today, and I have quite a few applicants to go through, which I'm super excited about. So all I have left to do on here is email testers, choose, I guess first I have to choose them and then email them. So that's really exciting, and then I will have a few weeks to breathe before I need to work on prepping the pattern for a release. So the Lilith pattern is going to get released first. So once I email testers and get the pattern sent to them, I'll have a few weeks when they're working on it where I will then focus again on the Lilith cardigan to get everything else ready for that, for a pattern release at the end of July. Like I need to write the blog post, I need to do the promotional material for it, and just things like that that I haven't had the chance to do yet for that. So I will then jump back to the Lilith pattern, and then once that one gets released or I get all of that done, then I will start working on everything that I need to get done to officially release this pattern out into the world. So that was a whole long rant about what I've been doing. I know I teased this bag months ago, so I do feel really bad that it's taken a lot longer than I thought it would to get it released, but I promise it will be so worth it. I can't wait for you guys to have this pattern. And I did just want to mention that this notepad that I've written my to-do list on, it is a product that I designed, created, and I sell in my Etsy shop. So I will have that linked down below as well. It has just these beautiful granny squares. I love it so much. So that will be linked down below. And I feel like I should also mention that I'm wearing my Verdant shawl, which it is a pattern by me, the free pattern. I will also have linked down below. I keep this at my desk. I typically drape it over my chair, and I have a vent right above my desk, so I get pretty cold here even in the summertime. So I like having this that I can just wrap myself in, and it's the perfect shawl where it doesn't get in the way, but it still keeps me warm and it doesn't drop. So did just want to mention that in case you were noticing this crazy little shawl I was wearing. It's perfect for using up minis or scraps. So anyways, there is that pattern as well that I will also have linked down below. Okay, so I randomly decided to make some cute little coasters. They are curling up and I can't decide if I'm going to block them or if I'm just gonna use them and hope they flatten over time. I mean, I don't think it's that big of a deal. It would just look nice if they were a little bit flatter. I will have the tutorial that I used down below. It was a free pattern here on YouTube, super simple and easy. The only modifications I made is I did add another row, so it alternates between single crochet and double crochet rows, and the pattern called to stop at this single crochet row. And I like bigger coasters. I think they're more practical, so I went ahead and added another row of double crochets, and I did a row of the crap stitch, which is just working single crochets backwards, just because I think it has just a more polished, finished look to it. And I also love how this striped one came out too, so these are really cute. I need to weave in the ends still, obviously, and who knows if I'll block them or not. I can't decide.